All right, 2 more quick problems, and then we'll be done for the night. For this one, I'm going to solve it 2 different ways. I'll show you that both ways are correct. So in this case, our entire numerator is being raised to the negative third power. That means if I want to, I could actually move everything to the denominator and instead raise it to the positive third power. Or just, again, a negative exponent simply means, it needs to be moved to the opposite location. This parenthesis is being raised to the negative second power, so if I want to, I can take the entire parenthesis and stick it in the numerator. The power needs to stay, but now we don't have negative exponents to deal with outside of parentheses. We do need to simplify, so raising a power to a power, we would multiply. Raising a power to a power, we would multiply. And then we can use our rule. Our rule is, for division, that we need to subtract. So x to the negative second power minus 12, y to the second power minus negative 6. Further simplifying, we get x to the negative 14th power times y to the 8th power. And then taking care of negative exponents, just move it to the denominator. So that's the first method for solving it. You can do it that way if you like, or you could simplify right off the bat. Raise powers to power, you multiply, get x to the negative 12th, y to the positive 6th, over x to the second, y to the negative second. Again, using our division rule, we subtract x to the negative 14th, y to the 8th, and simplifying y to the 8th over x to the 14th. Same answer, 2 different ways. Second way seemed faster, but that's just because I knew what I was doing. So one way is not better than the other. It's just up to you. But you should get the same answer both ways. Last thing I want to show you is the 0 power rule. Now hopefully you've realized from your quizzes and things like that, that anything raised to the 0 power is always equal to 1. But why is that? Okay, it's not just because your calculator tells you. What it is it's because of the division rule. So for example, what is anything divided by itself? 1. So that means x to the first power divided by x to the first power is equal to 1. But what about x to the third power divided by x to the third power? Also 1. What about x to the 100th power divided by x to the 100th power? Also 1. These are all equal to 1 because if I have something raised to a power divided by the same base raised to a different power or the same power, the rule is that I can subtract those exponents. And if the exponents are the same, I end up with x to the 0 power, which is essentially 1. So, if I ask for an explanation of why anything raised to the 0 power is equal to 1, make sure you give me some explanation of that. Do be careful though, because even though this is equal to 1, this is not. So you do have to be careful. Parentheses play an important part in many of these problems.